While the Olympics is meant to be a representation of the world coming together, this year's opening ceremony has sparked division, controversy, and a boycott of the Games. The ceremony included a fashion show with a performance that has been called by some a modern recreation of Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting of the Last Supper. The Last Supper refers to the final meal that Jesus Christ shares with his 12 apostles before he was crucified. Drag performers lined the table. A woman sat at the center, which in the Last Supper painting is where Jesus sat. And then a French actor dressed as the Greek god Dionysus, the god of wine and ecstasy, sat on top of the table. Critics of the ceremony say this was a mockery of the Christian faith and are calling for a boycott. Some companies are even pulling their advertisements from the Paris Games over the controversial display. But an organizer for the Paris Olympics says those outraged have it all wrong. Here's some of the reaction. Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson called it shocking and insulting to Christian people around the world. The war on our faith and traditional values knows no bounds today. Fitness coach Jillian Michaels said, "Dear fellow gays, we demand tolerance and respect, but then make a mockery of something sacred for over 2 billion Christians. This type of hypocrisy and lack of understanding is a bad look. This is not how we break down barriers, it's how you build them." And Italy's deputy prime minister said opening the Olympics by insulting billions of Christians around the world was a really bad start, dear French. On the other side of the debate, Thomas Jolly, the artistic director of the opening ceremony, said the performance was not a depiction of the Last Supper, but of Dionysus, and that sequence in the show was titled Festivity. He says the idea was to create a big pagan party in league with the god of Mount Olympus, and you will never find in me or in my work any desire of mocking anyone. I wanted to send a message of love, a message of inclusion, and not at all to divide. As the scene was playing out live, the Olympics official account on X posted, "The interpretation of the Greek god Dionysus makes us aware of the absurdity of violence between human beings." Days after the ceremony, a spokesperson for the Paris Olympics addressed the criticism. Clearly, there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group. The opening ceremony tried to celebrate community tolerance. We believe this ambition was achieved. If people have taken any offense, we are really sorry. There are now calls from some on social media to boycott the Games over the opening ceremony controversy. Ratings for the opening ceremony itself were high. Nearly 29 million people tuned in. That's higher than the 17 million who tuned into the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Hey, thanks for watching our news update all the way to the end. For more Olympics coverage, check out some of our other stories by downloading our mobile app, and you can always find us on the web at san.com.